Parent of a Round Rock High School student grabbed by the throat on campus is pressing charges against an officer, and it was caught on camera. This video was taken inside of Round Rock High School.
Police tell us today the incident happened yesterday and they are still investigating. KXAN Sophia Beausoleil spoke today with the father and son about what led up to this.
14-year-old Jossie Hughes was not at school on Friday. He says he was suspended and received 2 Saturday detentions after he and another student got into a shoving match over sports goggles.
Seeing the video while I was at work, you know, it was very upsetting.
Kashaka Hughes never pictured seeing his son in a situation like this.
I definitely do think it was excessive.
You can see 2 officers talking with Kashaka's son, Jossie. That's when one of the officers grabs the sophomore by the throat and forces him to the ground.
I believe if he directly contacted the officer in terms of like maybe grabbing him, you know, something like that would be understood. At this moment, he was emotional.
Jossie says he let a friend see his sports goggles, but he says the student wouldn't give them back, so he started looking through their book bag.
And that's when he started like pushing me. He was like pushing me, he was pushing me, he was like, get away from me. And then finally, like, I pushed him back and I like shoved him to the ground.
Round Rock police say school resource officers tried to de-escalate the situation. The sophomore says an officer pushed him in the back while they were walking away.
And finally, I had asked him to leave me alone, and that's the point where he just grabbed me and took me down and tried to detain me.
Which is when this happened, an incident Jossie's father thinks could have been avoided.
He should have been trained well enough to know that this is a 130-pound child and that that action that was taken was totally unnecessary.
The teen's father says he wants the officer to go through more training and some type of disciplinary action. Round Rock police tell us in this statement that this teen refused to calm down and officers were forced to detain the sophomore for his safety and others. Police say they did not file any charges against Jossie and that the teen apologized to the officer. Round Rock ISD says the high school administrative team is working with Round Rock police to make sure proper procedures were followed after the fight. Reporting here in the studio, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
Sophia, thanks. While no one was seriously hurt in this incident, we have had high-profile cases regarding use of force on a student at a school. In November of 2013, Noy Nino de Rivera was hit with a taser by a Bastrop County Sheriff's deputy who was working at Cedar Creek High School. Rivera fell and hit his head on the ground, needing to be put into a medically induced coma. A Bastrop County grand jury decided to not charge the deputy, as did the Federal Department of Justice. Bastrop County did settle out of court with the family. And in April of last year, a Stony Point High School student was shot with a taser by a Round Rock officer after a fight broke out in the cafeteria there. The student was not seriously hurt. It was the first time Round Rock police say one of their officers needed to use a taser at a school.